I don't know why it's messing up on me like that. Kind of making me mad. But welcome back to the channel for the second time. Podcast episode 48. We got a lot to talk about. We got awards, end of the year awards we're going to give out. Some of them pretty easy. Some of them might be different from me and Luke. Um, we got a lot of topics to talk about. We are going to talk about our top six, not top five, but top six matches because when I was just looking at these, matches we've had this year, I don't think five justifies some of the matches. I think it should have been six and everything.
In fact, we could have extended and gone 10, but
Yeah,
we'll stick with 6.
yeah. I was thinking 10, but I'm thinking, damn, that's too much. I'm gonna miss a match for sure. That part on the list. Um, but the two topics I want to talk about first, since we got them in the title and everything. First, AJ Styles potentially injured at a live event, and I don't know if you've seen the video, but I
I
watched.
have.
I watched it when he got hurt. At the moment, it looked like he probably landed on it weird. I don't know. I hope it's not bad. It doesn't look like any. I was hoping since it happened last night. I was like, oh, maybe we'll get some news before the podcast. Not really. Uh, Not really. We just know it's a lower leg injury, obviously, and everything because he actually had to tag out of the match, and it looked like they had to change up the finish of that
Yeah.
match. Um, so I don't know. I hope he's all right because man, someone like AJ it could be easily very valuable in this Royal Rumble season to WrestleMania. I don't know, man. I just hope he's all right.
Yeah, like I saw it, like I saw that in the video, like the referee like threw up the X and that. So I was just like, oh, this is bad. And then he literally had to get like carried to the back. So yeah, it's a bad injury, it looks like, but I hope it's not like too bad that it will take him out for the WrestleMania season essentially. Like I hope he comes back for at least WrestleMania itself. Like I think he probably will miss the Rumble. Hopefully not, but looking likely he will. Um, but beyond that, yeah, I just hope he makes it back for Mania in time.
Yeah, I really do hope AJ's fine. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people, a lot of us, of course, worry about it when the injury first happens, and it turns out to be not bad. So
Yeah,
hopefully, I hope that's, I hope that's the way it is. And tonight, of course, we got John Cena coming back, and I can tell you right now, I am fully excited for this show just because of seeing Cena back, just in general. The storyline with Sammy, Roman, Kevin, Bloodline, just in general, is going to be good. I just wonder, if the Bloodline will be out there tonight, or Sammy pulls a stunt and says, "Hey, me and Roman got it. Just stay in the back," because
yeah,
I could doing a stunt like that. Sammy saying, "Hey, we got it," and that's when all hell breaks loose, and that is the first main big piece of it just turning sour for him.
yeah. I could see that. I could see that happening, especially if like it has something to do with Sammy and Kevin as the finish for that match, and it just teases something there. So Roman sort of like loses his shit a little bit at Sammy, essentially. Like maybe not like kicks him out immediately because that would be just all of a sudden, but like essentially just loses it at Sammy. Essentially just yells it at him or just walks away from him or something like that, just to build up that tension. And yeah, we'll see what happens, but it's going to be very interesting
Um,
tonight.
yeah, I'm gonna throw this idea out here, and it's gonna be it's not gonna be too much of a left field idea, but it would be very surprising. I think Roman takes the pin tonight.
Really?
I think
Oh
that
shit!
I think with the last show of the year, they're going to do a big shocking thing.
Considering Roman hasn't been pinned in over 2 years, that would be something.
And I think KO will be the one that pins him, and that's where you get him at the Royal Rumble with Roman again. Um, Only reason I bring this up and everything is one, you wouldn't you everyone is expecting if Cena and Owens wins, which I think they will, that Sammy's going to take the pin.
Yeah,
But man, I could really see Triple H doing a 360 on everybody, and I'll tell you why I wouldn't be too mad at this idea. One, it would be shocking, surprising, everything, so you wouldn't see it coming. Two, this is where Roman starts to fall down a little bit,
yeah,
and whoever, probably Cody Rhodes, this is where it just goes full circle because they don't know. I just talk about it right now. They don't know if The Rock's going to be there. He's like a possible person to be there. I'll just talk about it right now quickly. Cena should be there, and Stone Cold. It just depends how he feels. He Stone Cold could literally wake up and be like, "Fuck it, you know what? I'm going to wrestle at WrestleMania," and they would be like, "Okay, we'll find your opponent easily."
yeah, exactly. That's how quick it'd be. Just wake up one morning and just be like, yep, WrestleMania, I'll be there. Fuck it, give me an opponent.
But that I just wanted to talk about that topic because it rolled in with that. I think now maybe they don't have Roman get pinned. Maybe they wait till WrestleMania. But man, I could very well see it. And then he goes on a run for 2, 3 months to WrestleMania where he just is dominant and everything. Back to his old way after getting pinned. Just dominant. And
Yeah,
then that's where he loses at Mania. So I don't know. I think WWE has a big thing on their plate of, hey, The Rock needs to tell us what the hell he's doing. Like,
yeah,
and normally I feel like he would, The Rock definitely would tell Triple H, hey, I'm going to be there or not. But he needs to figure it out if he's going to be or not. That's just me. Like, me as a wrestling fan, this back and forth, oh, he's going to be there. Oh, we don't know. Hey, we need a a good answer. But the good thing about that is Triple H already has a backup plan if The Rock is not going to face Roman on one of the nights. So he's already got a backup plan if needed or whatever. So at least he is prepared. If
yeah.
this Vince McMahon would not be prepared. It would be
No,
terrible.
he'd be all in on that, and then Howard have no backup plan. Like in and then when it does pop up, like he will have just nothing planned, and then it'll just be a last second thing. So like no build up, nothing, just thrown together randomly, and it wouldn't be good.
Yeah, I don't know. Um, but as it was talked about probably like a few weeks ago, WWE is not going to have Roman keep both titles. So thank God, because I mean, Raw is starving for a world championship. You can't
Yeah.
look. You can't. I know they've tried to do a good job of trying to do it, but U.S. title. I'm glad they've made it important. I'm glad they made the mid card titles important. But
Yeah,
have a
but
mid card title as the world championship. You just
yeah,
can't.
you
You just
can't. Like that's the thing. Like you can make the mid card titles as important as you want. In fact, that's great. Like make them as important as you can. That's great. But they can never be the main title of a show because they're mid card titles. They're called that for a reason. They're to build up the next person to build them up to that world title stage afterwards. Then it's not main event like level already. That's just not how it works. Even the IC title, even though the IC title is known as the workhorse title, like if it was just the IC title on SmackDown and that was the world title of SmackDown, like it just wouldn't work. So
no.
yeah,
But the way Gunther has been, it would work better than the United States.
and the US title, yeah, I agree. Especially since it's on Austin Theory right now. Like when it was on Seth, it sort of works because Seth is obviously a main event talent. But Theory, he is a mid card talent. So like especially now that Theory is holding the US title. Raw is more in need of a world title now than ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, the quicker the titles get split, the better.
Yeah, I agree. I think Triple H knows that, and I've told people, like, I seen a tweet saying something about Triple H better split the titles up. I'm like, dude, he's not a moron, but you have to do it at a perfect time, and he kind of
Yeah,
Vince
exactly. You gotta just do it randomly.
kind of left him like fucked up with some of the stuff. He's still trying to fix and work on some of the stuff that Vince McMahon literally gave him from the
Yeah,
start. So they did this, and can't really go back on it yet, but he's slowly but surely doing that. And after Mania, this is why I haven't really shit on Raw that much, even though it's been mid to average to some weeks have been good because he just can't remove Roman as both champions just like that. He just can't.
no,
Um, and everything. So that's why I said after Mania, that is when I'm really going to grade Triple H on how he does Raw.
yep.
That's how I feel. I mean, but um, now talking about that, there's been rumors. I guess maybe at Elimination Chamber that Roman actually defends one of the titles in it, and that's where he loses one somehow.
I could see that. I could see that because they could do something in the chamber where he doesn't lose it cleanly, or something like that. So, or maybe they go all out and like I don't know, they still don't have him get pinned in the chamber, and they do something like he gets absolutely taken out, so he gets taken out of the match. I don't know, but yeah, I could see him losing one of the titles in the chamber. It would make sense. So that way, the titles could be split before Mania. So Roman can walk in as either the WWE champion or the Universal champion or whatever belt they'll bring in, um, and have him lose to Cody.
Um,
So
yeah, I don't know, but there's rumors that it could be a lot of rumors that it might be Seth that actually wins the championship, one of them
I could see it.
away
I
from
could
it.
see it.
And this is the potential lines for the matches. This is just rumored. I'm sure Triple H's got it under control, and we're just talking about it. Seth either versus Drew for not one or two, or Cody once again. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to see Seth and Cody again because just right now, just because if that happens, Cody can't lose, and Seth would
No.
be transition champion. I don't want that. Or not to, it'll be Roman, Rock, or versus Cody. At this point, if Rock's not going to be there, I don't really care. But I mean, I'm not going to say I don't care to see The Rock. I'm just saying overall, if Rock's not going to be there, and we get Seth and Drew, and then Roman and Cody, I'm down for that.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Um, we'll talk about Drew later. About something. So let's see here. Roxanne Perez. She was doing an interview and talking about how Mandy Rose was really good to her and did the job and everything. I'm gonna put this on the limb. I think Mandy Rose is still with the company overall, and this is why I say this. Normally, when you get released or fired or mutual, you take that shit out of your bio. It's been over 2 weeks and she hasn't taken it out of the bio. Either she just lazy as hell, or I don't think she's lazy. I mean, let's look at her. I don't think she's lazy in that aspect. Um, I, I'll just throw it out there. I think she'll be returning here soon, and with traction. Oh my God, attraction. Jesus, I can't say anything. I think she'll be up with them on the main roster here soon, and I think it'll be one of those. Oh my God, like type of moments. Like I thought she was gone and everything.
Maybe,
I'll
maybe.
I don't know. I'll throw that out there and just say that. So when it happens, you can thank me of bringing a great thing. I love to throw out these long, just BS things that hopefully one of these times it's going to happen.
Then you look like a genius.
Yeah. So I mean, I but for real, seriously, I wouldn't be surprised because normally they do take that out of their bio and everything,
Normally they do, yeah.
and she hasn't, and it's been like over 2 weeks now. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't
I
know.
guess we'll see.
But I'm not surprised that Roxanne said that because Mandy seems like a person that even if she knows she's about to be gone, which I think she knew, that don't give me no BS reports that she didn't know she was about to be let go. You could tell watching the end of the match and everything and all that, and that realize that she knew she was gone afterwards.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised that Roxanne said that. She had a lot of other stuff to say about her, good stuff. Uh, Now I haven't seen him, but in the way that WWE used to do with NXT, it looks like they're about to start doing it again since they're able to travel and all that. Dragon Lee signed to NXT. They're about to start doing this a lot with a lot of talent and make it. I'm not going to say make NXT like it used to be, but I think eventually it will get to where it used to be. I
I
don't know.
hope so, because
I don't know
Prime Black and Gold
how long.
NXT was amazing.
I don't know how long it will take, but I feel like that's the direction they are going with it.
I hope so.
I do too. Just a quick little thing. So the next Saudi event, I said it was supposed to be close to spring or fall or something like that. It's going to be in May. So normally they got what 2 events in Saudi a year. So
Yeah.
one will be in May, and I guess one will be closer to October, November, December-ish.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Um, so Bray Wyatt did his first match. It was a live event at MSG. I mean, he faced Jinder Mahal.
Jinder,
Out of
yeah.
all people. Talking about Jinder, I will talk to him about Jinder about something that in the past, but it's good to see Bray back. It looks like what they were doing. I mean, obviously he probably wasn't in the shape he wanted to be, and they knew that. So that's why they had all this storyline driven stuff. And some people are getting tired of it now. I look. I get it at this point why you're somewhat getting tired, but I don't know, man. So some people, I don't know. I wish some people had had more patience. I mean, I get it, but we finally got Uncle Howdy in the flesh. There's supposed to be what 5 more or 4 more characters with this. It's not even
Yeah.
close to being done. But
Yeah, people just need to be a bit more patient. But yeah, I saw the live event, and there was like a really cool moment in the match where he did Brody Lee's like taunt, which was really cool. So yeah, that was a very nice touch. I hope that's actually something Bray does regularly in his matches. Like not very, very regularly where it's overdone, but like the occasional you know tribute to Brody. I think that would be really cool. So
uh,
yeah.
and I hope so because when I saw that, I was like, man, it got me a little bit because I was like, you know what, that's all right and everything. Um, Talking about Jinder Mahal, I know, we're talking about Jinder Mahal. That's kind of funny.
Oh god.
Let's go back to his WWE Championship win against Randy Orton.
Can we not? Can we not?
Look at that moment because there's a tweet that went around and said, "Oh, can we just now talk about how it was good?" I don't know about good. Shocking, yeah.
Shocking, yes. Good, not by a long shot.
but I will say this on a different podcast. I'm not even going to talk about it at that moment. I actually picked Jinder Mahal to beat Randy Orton.
Shit.
Okay, only
It's
only
your fault.
only reason I felt that is because boy Vince loves to do these bad wrestlers as champions, right?
Oh yes, he does.
So I figured I was like, yep. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be it. And now, don't get me wrong, Jinder with the Singh brothers, I like them, and it made sense of being a heel, heel, you know, group and everything. So I actually like their group because they were the typical, hey, we're the bad guys and everything, and all this and all that. So I didn't mind that. His title reign, boy, when it ended from AJ Styles, everyone loved it, and I you know,
Thank you, AJ, for saving us from the tolerate of fucking horror.
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. But
Like honestly,
at the
during that time, I never hated SmackDown as much as I hated it then. SmackDown Live, I despised it. I literally stayed away from it. For the first time, I actually enjoyed Raw more than SmackDown. I was watching Raw consistently. I was like, fuck SmackDown. I only watched like the pay per views, and my god, some of his like title defenses. I still not to this day have forgiven WWE for having Jinder beat Shinsuke twice clean. Well, so not really clean because there was a bit of cheating involved, but still, like, come on, it's Shinsuke. But yeah, no, I haven't gone over that still. But yeah, thank God that Reign ended because Jesus Christ, that was god awful. Like the actual group, like you said, the like Jinder and the Sin Brothers, I didn't mind it too much. Like it was a decent group, but just at the top of the card, main event, you
no,
know, as the pinnacle of the show, God no,
at the time,
no.
I said he would be a great U.S. champion or whatever. He would have been a great because you would have had that heelish, U.S. champion and everything. It would have made sense. All right,
Hmm.
enough of that idiot. And then towards another idiot that we don't want to see in the wrestling business, stay in the boxing ring. Tyson Fury,
Oh God.
he can't come to the U.S. due to links he has with alleged mob boss person.
Oh boy.
Well, Daniel Wood, I can't say that last name. I don't care. Um, so with any event in the U.S., we don't have to worry about his ass. So we're good. Okay, so we're good.
Thank God.
It,
But that doesn't save us from any Saudi shows.
I don't care about the Saudi shows. He can show up there and do something little. I don't care. Both Saudi.
Or any UK shows. Oh God forbid any UK shows. Oh God.
And they're going to come to the UK more. So I know that, but
Yeah. Oh no. You just know they're gonna do Drew versus Tyson at some point. Like they've been building up to it for so long now. Like you just know it's gonna happen at some point.
well,
Uh,
uh, well. So he was. They actually was supposed to have him do something at Royal Rumble. I think actually be a surprise entrance and
mm,
something at WrestleMania. So that's why that's somewhat good news for us. Hopefully they don't. You know, yesterday, 24 years ago, was the big time Mick Foley WRE or WF championship win in Massachusetts. Or yeah, wait a minute, yeah, in Mass. Um, we talked about this podcast ago about like one of our favorite, shocking moments or
oh,
victory, something like
oh,
that.
it was our favorite moments of each decade.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
90s, the 2000s, 2010s, 2020s, and we both picked that as our moment of the 90s, which Of course it was. Like, what an incredible moment it was. Like, Stone Cold appearing, smacking The Rock in the face with a chair, throwing Mankind over, the 3 count, everyone gone fucking batshit crazy. Like, incredible moment.
Yeah, man. That that moment every time it comes up on my timeline or something, I legit watch the full video, the full 2 minute video or something like that. I always do, and I'll always retweet it. It doesn't matter if I retweet it just a couple of days ago. I'm going to like whenever I see it again. That's just how I am. Um. All right, this might be one of the quickest podcasts we've had, unless we it's because I didn't have a lot of notes. I didn't have a lot of notes because I was like, it's just one of those times of year. It's at the end of the year, not really much
Not
newsworthy,
really much going on. No.
not much newsworthy stuff that we haven't like almost heard already.
Talked about already. Yeah.
But this last one is kind of kind of interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. One of Beck's ex says there was some
Oh God.
real heat with her and Charlotte, and Charlotte had a very difficult time when Becky became the man, became the face of the division. And she would be talking to him like, I can't believe Charlotte's actually mad at me for saying some of this stuff. I don't know if there's something there or not. It does seem like out of the four horsewoman, it seems like they do have a it's not like a
A
genuine
little something.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just like a little something there. Like I don't know if it's like they just have a little bit of disagreements with each other
Uh,
sometimes, but like you could just tell they're not really on the best of terms.
uh-huh.
At least from what I could see, it could be just their characters, like just naturally like just hating each other like on TV, so they're just great at acting it out. That this seems genuine hatred or like a little bit something going on there, but I could see it because like on one hand, it could be just Becky's ex just talking out of his ass, just talking just bollocks, but it could also be true because I'm not gonna lie. Charlotte does strike me as the type of person to have that sort of attitude when Becky became the man, just like, oh, well, I'm supposed to be like the queen round here. I'm supposed to be like the top woman of this division, and now Becky stepped in and sort of like took in my spotlight. I could
Um,
see Charlotte having that sort of, you know, manner towards that.
yeah, I don't think it's in a bad way because look, I think it's just competition because Charlotte comes
Yeah,
from, Ric Flair and everything. Rick competed with everybody and he wanted to be at the top. It's just like
yeah,
Rock. Oh, they'll tell you the same damn thing. It's competition. They want to be at the top. So I think I see it as that a little bit. I do
yeah.
I do see Charlotte being jealous a little bit. I actually do think this ex is not lying. I really do not think he's lying about some of this
No.
stuff. Um, everything. I don't know about like a big time heat, maybe little heat here and there, but I don't think it's big time heat.
Yeah, I don't think they hate each other or anything. I don't think like they despise each other behind the scenes. I just think like there's just a bit like of like tension between the two, like when in terms of like who's going to be on top of the division essentially. Like they both want to be on top, especially Charlotte, like as soon as she has been on top of the division for the past 7 years, and Becky like came in like around 2018 2019 is when she fully made her way into the main event scene and then sort of took over Charlotte essentially. So yeah, I could feel a bit of jealousy from Charlotte, but yeah, nothing. I don't see them to hate each other behind the scenes like full on hatred, but yeah, something going on there. I think.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I I mean, I don't think it's anything big, but I could see some of this stuff being true and all that because at the end of the day, they want to compete. They want to be on the top. I mean, who doesn't want to be on the top when you're in that business? I mean, you
Yeah,
know, but um, All right, so let's go to our awards and everything. And I think these first two are pretty easy.
Hmm.
Male superstar and female superstar of the year.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, so many choices running through my head. I really can't pick. Oh, who's it gonna be? It's Roman Reigns, for fuck's sake. Like, who else is it gonna be?
And then the female, of course, to me, she's had like legit the best year and has had matches
Bianca.
after
Bianca
match.
Belair.
Yes. So
Who
I think
else?
so. Since it's not obvious, I mean, let's name another male and female that we would pick if they weren't there.
If it wasn't those two, interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
for me,
that's a
I think
good question.
for me,
Seth, Seth, I think is up there. It's got to be Seth. I
is
think
that going to be yours?
Seth or Drew. It's Seth or Drew for me. If it's not Roman, it's Seth or Drew. I think I'd go Seth, to be honest.
Well, I'm going to go a different route here. I'm because I mean, obviously, you can pick whichever. I don't honestly. I think there's at least 3 or 4 answers that won't be wrong. And
Gunter as well, you could say.
for me,
Gunter.
for me, Gunther is mine because he's had good match after good match, and he has been consistent all year long, and he's been there all year long and
True.
everything.
Yeah, Gunter wouldn't be a wrong answer. He's definitely in the top five of like the best top male wrestlers in WWE this year, for sure. Like Roman, Seth, Gunter, Sheamus, you could say, has probably been up there this year as well. So yeah, some good shouts there. In
Uh,
terms of like who it is going to be for the female, in terms of it's not Bianca, I mean, um, could I was going to say like Becky because like up to WrestleMania, the stuff she did with Bianca, and then up to SummerSlam, she was like doing really good. Then she had the injury, but now she's come back and done well again. So you could debate Becky, but you could also say she hasn't been around 100% of the year. So there's that. Um, you could say Bailey after she returned is up there because she has done some really good stuff with Bianca as well, but also again not around 100% time of the year. Um, Rhea Ripley, you could say, because she's done some really great character work this year.
I know she hasn't wrestled a lot, but I'll go with Rhea just because um I like what she's doing with Judgment Day and everything, and then now she's starting to wrestle more. I'm gonna go Rhea because I think she's done a full 360 to where she was, and I think that to me that shows how good Rhea will be in the future. And
I can't I can't disagree with that. So yeah, probably Rhea if it's not Bianca. But yeah, the clear two choices for male and female wrestlers of the year are definitely Roman Reigns and Bianca Belair. There's just no
yeah,
doubt about that one.
it's common. It's very easy because I mean they every poll you see of sites asking and everything, Roman and Bianca is literally 85% and higher. Almost, it seems like. All right, rivalry of the year. I, I
Ooh, fuck.
this.
Just WWE or wrestling in general.
I say WWE because I don't watch outside of it. I'm not gonna lie,
Okay. Um.
but you can name your outside of it if you want to. I'm fine with that.
No, I'll just stick with WWE. Gunter vs Sheamus is definitely up there. Or like you could split that and say Brawling Brutes versus Imperium, like that has been a great rivalry. You could also say Roman Reigns Drew McIntyre, that was a great feud. Um, hmm. Seth Cody, that's up there. Bianca Becky, I'd say that's up there too. Um, Yeah, I'd probably say those are the top feuds. I would probably say my feud of the year is personally Gunther Sheamus. That's my feud of the year.
I'll go Cody Seth.
It was a good feud, to be fair.
I, Gunther and Sheamus, I would really want to and say that. But this man Cody had a torn pec wrestling in a Hell in a Cell match.
Hell in a Cell.
Do you realize how fucking crazy that is? That is
That
crazy.
yeah, I remember watching the match and like at first, and I was just like, "What the fuck, Cody? Like, are you mad? Like wrestling a normal match with a torn pec is insane enough, but wrestling in a Hell in a Cell match, and it's not like he took it easy in the match either. Like he took some damage, like he took some hits to the fucking shoulder with some fucking weapons from Seth. So it's just like you got to do some fucking proper damage to that shoulder, man. What are you doing? And he only went and won the bloody match, which I'll be honest, I didn't agree with at the time because I'm just like, if a Cody who's got a torn pec can beat on 100% Seth, then there's something wrong there. But still, very impressive and a very good match considering he had a torn pec. So, yeah.
Breakout superstar of the year.
Ooh. Breakout. Ooh, God. See,
For
this
me,
one's tough. There hasn't been a lot of full-on breakout stars this year.
for me,
Like,
for me, it's pretty simple. One person, Austin Theory. For me,
really, damn. I mean, in terms of like, if you class breakout year as in a person who's made their first year on the main roster, I would say Gunter, me personally. Considering the year he's had on the main roster and his first year on the main roster, I think it's Gunter, me personally.
yeah, that makes sense. I don't know because I have him up there with one of the top superstars, like a superstar of the year. So that's why I don't have him as a breakout overall. Just,
Fair. I mean, you can't be wrong with Theory either. Theory has been very impressive this year. So, yeah, Theory is a solid shout.
and even with the Money in the Bank case and having that lanky over, he still had pretty good matches even in losses. So that's all
Mm.
I said. That moment of the year for me, it's pretty simple. For me, moment. Uh, that's Bray Wyatt returning at Extreme Rules.
See, it's between two. It's that or it's Cody returning at WrestleMania. It's between those two.
I think both is easily up there, but with both cases, I'll say this: we both knew they were coming back. We felt like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'll switch it to Cody because it was at WrestleMania. It was very good. But man, I don't know. I love the Bray Wyatt return of how they did it, man. I love it.
You can't go wrong with either. Like it's the two biggest moments of the year. Like that is no doubt without question. Nothing else comes close. It's those two. It's it you could go you can't go wrong with either one. Me personally, I'm gonna go Cody. Cody returning to Mania because, like I said, it was at Mania, big show, big moments, huge like extravagant entrance, like a kingdom, like the whole like kingdom theme, like playing as well. Like the fact that it was actually like Cody Rhodes, like from like AEW, sort of. So like going over to WWE instead of just like going back to the smoke and mirrors Cody, like full on Kingdom Cody Rhodes appearing in WWE. That was sick. And then the match he had with Seth and Mania, classic. So yeah, in my opinion, it's got to be Cody.
Ah, man, I hate to agree with you, but I'll have to switch it to Cody. Just be, man. Sorry, Bray, but hey, man, they made Cody at WrestleMania, and of course they'd go and make him look good, but they made him look like worth $1 million of
A
how.
million bucks. Yeah, literally.
how
They made him look like the top star of the company, like that, like just
and,
by one match, just
and
already one of the top stars in the company.
that's his first night back, and they made him look like that. Okay, so this one you can have a lot because there's been a lot of surprising returns. Surprising return of the year.
See, so surprising. So it's not like moments of the year where it's like, oh my god, but it's like, what the fuck? Like they're back. All right,
Yeah,
in terms of that, for me, Dakota Kai, I would not have called that coming from a mile away. Like, like Dakota shocked me, completely shocked me. So it's got to be Dakota Kai.
okay, well, for me, that's up there and everything, and but I don't know. I was shocked, yes, but I wasn't like too shocked. I don't know. There's some good shouts in these surprising returns because you had them, you had Tegan Knox just coming out of the blue. I mean, we kind of figured that she seemed like she was going to
We,
return,
fi- we
but
figured she'd come back eventually. It was just the fact that Dakota was one of the first to come back, like from being released. In fact, I think she was the first actually. Wasn't she the first? Pretty sure she was the first because, like,
yeah,
obviously Triple H took over shortly before SummerSlam, and then she returned to SummerSlam with Bailey and Io. So Bailey's another one. Bailey, you could say, was a surprise return, even though we all knew she was going to come back at some point. We just didn't know when.
well,
And
my surprising return, it wasn't. She didn't get a big pop or anything for me. It's Emma because I didn't think she was heading to WWE even though she's with Madcap
mm,
because it was just out of blue. Like no one, they didn't report. I don't think I've seen anyone report her going to WWE, and then out of the blue, she's facing fucking Ronda Rousey on SmackDown.
yeah, that was shocking to be fair.
And I
But
felt because
yeah,
even though it was shocking, she didn't get a good like, oh shit.
reaction.
Ew. Well, only reason she didn't get that was because Vince McMahon literally fucked her with the characters. Fuck you,
Yeah.
man. Vince McMahon, what a piece of shit. God, like, don't get me started with Vince, man. He fucked a lot of people up. Like Emma,
Loads.
what Emma was in NXT and everything should have been on the damn main roster. God bless. Pisses me off to this day. All right.
You could say that about a lot of talent that came through NXT though when Vince was in charge. You could say that about a lot. We could be here all fucking night with a whole list.
Yeah, you're right about that for sure. All right. Shocking moment of the year. It could just whatever shocking moment happened on the year. And I'll just tell you this is where Drew comes in. Solo helps Roman. That's my shocking moment.
That's good. That's good. Um, I'd also probably like because it's in the same match. I'll probably throw this in as well. Broken Dreams returning just for that one moment. Like even though we sort of expected it, like because especially since Drew was like teasing on Twitter, like doing the fucking Broken Dreams lyrics, tweeting them out. So it was sort of expected, but like it was just would they actually do it? And then they actually did it. We all lost our shit. So yeah. I probably agree. Yeah. That or um, no, actually, yeah, it's got to be that for me. Yeah, Solo helping out Drew, not helping out Drew, helping out Roman, costing Drew. Yeah, that for me has got to be the shocking moment of the year. It's got to be.
And people are not going to like this. And I'm one of the few. Drew shouldn't have won.
Hmm.
Look,
Yeah.
look, look.
I will disagree, especially since I was in the crowd for that match and I was fully behind Drew, it broke my heart. But yeah, I'll slightly. I do think Drew should have won and took him one of the belts. Like, not both, but one. I personally think. But and then you could have Solo like join Roman by like beating the crap out of him like after the match or something like that. But I can see why they went the route of having Roman retain and do like build it all the way to WrestleMania and have him eventually lose to Cody as his first loss. I understand that's the route they're going, or at least I think that's the route they're going. But I don't know. It just didn't feel right to me that Drew hasn't had his official moment in front of a crowd. He would have had it at WrestleMania against Brock, but COVID happened. And it was the fact it was in the UK, brought back Broken Dreams, had that extravagant story. Like, I don't know, it just felt like the right time to have a Drew massive moment, and then it just got took it away in a split second. It was the
Hey,
biggest cock tease by Triple H, the biggest cock tease.
if you know anything about Triple H with how he did NXT, Drew is going to get his big win down the road.
I hope so,
He is.
because he does deserve it.
I don't know when, but he will. He did that with Johnny Gargano. Jesus, he did that a lot with Johnny. I was like, dude, sometime, some way, he's gonna have to get a damn big win on Takeover.
Yeah, and on that night, he would not be denied. Literally, you could run a truck over him and he'd still kick at it too. My word. That
Um,
match was mad.
so
But
pay
yeah,
of the year, I go with Clash.
oh, easy.
I think that's
Easy. Easy. And I'm not even just saying this because I'm Welsh and I was there in the crowd for it. It's Clash. It has to be. Like, nothing else comes close. Like,
right.
you could say WrestleMania. WrestleMania was very good, to be fair. WrestleMania was very good, but it's Clash of the Castle. Gotta be.
Okay, all right. Now this is where we're gonna have probably disagreements. Starting out, who is going to be? Who you gonna predict for next year? Your male and female superstars of the year.
Good question. All right, I'm gonna think realistically about this. Female, I think female's easier. Female, I'm gonna go Rhea Ripley. I'm gonna go Rhea Ripley for female next year. Male, you could say Roman again. Because Roman probably is still gonna be that damn good next year. But I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be someone different. Hmm, could say probably Cody. Cody could be up there. Cody, Seth, Gunter. I'll go Cody and I'll go Rhea. I'll go Cody and Rhea. That's gonna be my male and female
Yeah,
for
I
next year,
I got
probably.
Cody as my male because I think he is going to put on so many damn good matches. Um, my female, I have two because only reason I have two is if she returns or not. If she returns, Sasha will be my female of the year. If she does,
Sasha, yeah, if she does return, she's gonna be up there,
if
without a doubt.
I'm going to go with a different one than you. I'm going to go Bailey. I think Bailey would have a great.
Bailey, damn. I hope so. It'd be great to see Bailey have a great year.
Yeah. Uh, I'll start out and name my three women, three men and women to win Money in the Bank. I'm gonna go with my three women. I'll go Charlotte. I didn't want to name that, but I could see her being that. Nikki Cross and Io Sky. That's gonna be my three women.
Io, Dakota. Oh God. I have to think really hard about this third one. Maybe Candice? No. I mean, she's good, but I don't think she'd win Money in the Bank.
Well, see, this is the only reason I picked three heels at the moment. They've been babyface winners for the women. Well, last year with Liv, and normally they go the other route next year.
Nikki Cross, I could see. It's just the fact she's already won it as Nikki SH. So I was yeah,
Call,
that was trash. Like I know that was rubbish.
say
But
this is Nikki Cross. We don't know who
yeah,
that other person.
yeah. We don't acknowledge Nikki SH anymore. But yeah, Nikki Cross with the Money in the Bank briefcase would be very interesting, very interesting. But I don't know. I don't think they're gonna go that route. Maybe I could be wrong, but I don't know. But yeah, Io, Dakota, and oh, go on then. I'll go Nikki Cross just because it could happen, and I feel like her with the briefcase would be very interesting to watch. So yeah, go on then. Those three would be mine.
Your 3 man.
Again, this one's quite tough. Fuck it. Left field pick. Like I know there's a bit of a biasism in this one, but P Dunn as P Dunn, not Butch. P Dunn. Um, God, trying to think of some like mid carders like who's like trying to get to that main event spot, but not quite there yet. Um, Gunter's definitely not going to win it because Gunter is not the type of person to win a Money in the Bank briefcase. He's just not. Um, I was going to say Theory again, but no chance. Um, Solo maybe, like or Sammy. Or, actually, no. I know who. Kevin. I'll go Kevin Owens as one of my picks. Um, and this is a bit of a left field choice, but screw it. Mustafa Ali. Very left field, but I would like to see it.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening. That is very, very left field. You ain't lying about that. I mean that would be that definitely be surprising, but I don't think it's going to happen. Um,
No.
my 3, and this is if this guy returns, and I think he would be the one of the biggest baby faces on SmackDown, and that'd be the glorious Bobby Roode.
Oh, Bobby Roode. Oh, Bobby Roode. All right, if Bobby Roode, if he returns before the Money in the Bank, like pay per
That's
view, I think he'd be a great. I think he'd be a great Money in the Bank like holder. But he has to be a heel. He can't be a baby face. Like he
man.
has to be heel.
I don't know when he comes back, and I know Triple H is going to want him to have the glorious and not the Robert Roode. They'll put him back as Bobby. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully, I mean, shit, maybe not, but um, I don't know. I could see him being a babyface because I don't know. I could see, but Bobby Roode
I
would
don't
be
know.
if he returned.
I think he would be heel because like obviously NXT Bobby Roode was heel. Like you could say like he wanted to be face because he probably get not a huge pop because like obviously with main roster fans Roode has been ruined a bit. No pun intended. But yeah, I still think even if though he might get a pop and he might be popular when he comes back, I still think he'd be heel because obviously in NXT Bobby Roode was very popular. Fans loved him, but still was like a heel and just pulled it off masterfully. So I think still heel for me. But yeah, Bobby Roode.
Um, Bronson Reed.
Ooh,
Let's say
interesting.
I'm going to say Bronson Reed is another. And my other one, which would fit like a fucking glue, and that is LA Knight.
LA Knight, of course, of course. I literally just thought of it like as soon as you said like, oh, it fit him like a glove. I was just like, oh, it's LA Knight, of course.
That
Like,
that would be right now. I would have LA Knight as my Money in the Bank winner if I had to pick one.
Yeah, I'm swapping out Mustafa Ali, and I'm putting in LA Knight. Yeah,
Um,
that would be perfect.
if I picked a woman, I would go Io Sky because I think she deserves it.
Yep, I agree.
That'd
I
be my
agree.
that'd be my number one. Uh, all right, we got two things to talk about. We'll do our top 6 matches of the year. So that'll be
Oh boy. Good
all right.
thing I've written some matches down. I actually have written down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 matches down here, but I'm going to choose
Yeah, you
my
gonna have to
six favorites of the
gonna have
bunch.
to pick my guy. You can't choose 10. Not on this one. This will be tough. That's why I moved it to 5. Like I was going to do 5, and I was like, man, I can't leave this one off my list, so I had to do 6. I just like okay. All right. So predict who you think will be the champions by the end of 2023. All of them. So let's go.
Fucking hell.
Let's go to Intercontinental Championship. For me, I'm gonna go Santos Escobar.
Ooh, good choice. Good
I'm going
choice.
for the IC Championship. That's if it stays on SmackDown. Hopefully.
Could see it being Santos. I could. Um, I could also, again, probably a bit of bias has been there too, but I could also see Pete Dunne being IC champion by the end of the year, purely because I think Sheamus is going to win the IC title against Gunther at WrestleMania. And I could see a situation where Pete Dunne turns heel, turns on Sheamus and Ridge, ends up facing Sheamus for the IC title, and ends up being the person to take the title off Sheamus, maybe at SummerSlam or something. And then he could be the person who holds the IC title by the end of the year. So to go different, and because I have that sort of like logical thing going on there, I'm gonna go Pete Dunne.
That makes sense. I like that one too. I do like that one too. United States champion. I'll let you go first.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm.
That's tough. That's tough. I'm trying to predict it. I'm trying to predict like who'll be the person to take the title off Theory, and whether that person would be holding it by the end of the year, or whether someone else would take the title off that
I
person. Like,
think
ooh.
and everything. I don't. I think someone will beat Theory as a babyface, and then that person will get beat by this guy.
Do you want to tell me who you're thinking first? If you already have an idea, tell me who you're thinking.
Finn Balor.
Ooh, oh, okay, good shout. Good shout. I could see that actually. I could see that. I could see either Balor or Priest
Will
being
reward him.
US.
I think he will reward him for the good work that he's done this year, but I don't think he'll be in the main event picture all the way.
No, no. Who knows? I could definitely see it being either Balor or Priest. That definitely. Um, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll go Balor as well. I'll go Balor as well because I think that's a good shout.
I think the Raw Women's is going to be simple. I got Rhea.
Damn, still holding all the way to that point from Mania onwards. I could see it. I could see it being that long of a reign. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Rhea Ripley as well.
Okay, who you got as SmackDown Women's? I got 2 because it just really depends. You'll understand when I say it.
I could see it being Becky. I could. Um, just as like that huge name to hold a belt as they like to do. So I could see it being Becky, especially if she's the one to like beat Ronda for it at WrestleMania and then hold it for that long again. Although someone could beat her for it at any point. It could be Bailey. In fact, it might be Bailey. Um, I could also see it potentially Oscar. I could see Triple H like revitalizing Oscar maybe on SmackDown, like switch over to SmackDown. And she does well over there. Um, so it could be either one of those three. In my opinion, it's going to be Becky, Bailey, or Oscar. I personally think I'm going to go with God. Oh God. Bailey. I think it's going to be Bailey because I think Becky is going to beat Ronda, and I think Bailey is going to beat Becky. And then possibly, if they wanted to do the whole damage control splitting, eventually, they could have maybe EO face Bailey at Mania for the belt. I
Ooh.
could see, I could
No.
see something like that.
So my SmackDown, if she returns, I'm gonna have Sasha. I think Sasha will be on the SmackDown brand if she does return. Um,
Sasha is also a good shout.
if not, I'll go with Becky because I think she'll hold it till WrestleMania, and then they'll find a way for Bailey to beat her or something like that. It could be one of those uh, of the horse women. I think it'll be one of them though. I really do.
Yeah.
All right. Main championships, WWE champion. Assuming it's on Raw, I think it'll be on Raw.
Yeah, I assume so. Um,
I got Cody. I think it's simple. I got Cody.
do you think Cody's gonna be the main champion on Raw?
Yeah,
I could, yeah,
because I think
yeah,
they're gonna have other people on SmackDown that can be main champion, and I think Cody will be the main champion on Raw.
yep. I could see that. Yeah, Cody.
All right, Universal champion. Who you got? This one, this one, this one can be up in the air for sure.
Um, I could see it being Drew McIntyre. I could see it being Seth if he were to move over to SmackDown. I could also see it being someone like I don't think it'd be him because I think it'd be too soon. Bray, but I think that'd be too soon at that point. So I don't think Bray, to be honest. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna go Drew or Seth. It's gonna be between those two for me, and I'm probably gonna go Seth.
Yeah, I'm going Seth. I'm going Seth for sure. All right, before these top six matches, name me two shocking moments that's going to happen in 2023. You think
Oh, fucking hell!
that I saved it for last because I've got a big time thing. I've got.
God,
And
okay.
it might not happen, but I'm going to just. It's going to be one of those. I want to just throw it out there.
Um, two things that could potentially happen in 2023. I see. I want to be sort of realistic, but I also like just want to just chuck some shit out. Like I don't know, CM Punk returning to WWE,
Mm.
just to be stereotypical. Because, but I don't know. Um,
I'll name you one of mine.
go
Solo
on.
on Roman.
Solo turns on Roman. Yeah, yeah, that's a solid prediction. I think it will happen. Um, um, I mean, I could say something like damage control splits up or something like that, but I think that's gonna be obvious. I think damage control will definitely split up at some point in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they'll wait till 2024 and near the WrestleMania season. I don't know. But yeah, this was tough. Screw it. I'm gonna go something here because I think this will happen at some point, and I think it's sort of needed. Drew McIntyre turns heel.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I think Drew McIntyre turns heel because, in my opinion, this should have happened after Clash. Because, like, I don't know, I don't care who you are. If you're in a massive match like Drew was at Clash, like the whole UK, the pressure of the UK behind you and everything, if you have a devastating loss like that, that will do something to you. Like that will make you lose your shit. So I personally think Drew should have gone absolutely batshit crazy after Clash and just turn heel and just like beat the crap out of everyone that stands in his way. So I think that should happen now. I think Drew should go back to being heel because that's something I've always said about Drew. People forget about how good Drew was as a heel purely because when he was heel, he wasn't pushed very much. And there was that crappy feud that he was having with um, Shane McMahon and all that bullshit that was going on at the time when he was heel. Um, but some of the promos and stuff that he did as a heel were great. So yeah, people forget how good he actually was when he was heel. So I think a heel turn for Drew would be great. So that's been my number one. Number two, God, it's tough. Um, fuck. Um, oh screw it. Just a cop out. I'll go CM Punk returns to WWE. Screw it.
All right, so my second one, and you might cringe when you see this when I say this, but I could see it happening and everything, and I honestly wouldn't mind it if it happened, just because it'd be a shock value and it'd be a good match. I'm gonna go Logan Paul beats John Cena at WrestleMania.
Oh my word. Oh my god. Now wouldn't that be something? So you're actually predicting that it's going to be Logan Paul versus John Cena at WrestleMania. That's upcoming WrestleMania.
Well, Paul, only reason I could see it happening, you know how Logan had Roman on the podcast, and then bam, and then Logan said something about John Cena, and then Triple H had the match done with him and Roman, him and John.
Could happen. It could happen. It could happen. That's the thing.
Let's be
And that's the thing with Cena. I could see him being the type of person to put Logan over. That's the thing. Um. Yeah. You know what? That's a solid prediction. It's fucking out there, but it's possible. Like it's not out of the realm of possibility. So yeah, you know what? Fair play.
yeah. This might be one that actually turns out to be true.
Can you imagine? Oh my word! Like of all the people to beat John Cena at WrestleMania, Logan fucking Paul. No fucking hell.
All right, let's go to our last thing. Top 6 matches of the year.
Oh, before we go on to that, we did pass over tag team of the year, but that's obviously the Usos.
There's a reason I didn't put tag team of the year. I think
Yeah,
I think it's pretty simple. Who's the tag team of the year?
yeah.
One that just broke New Day's record and everything. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder who else it'd be.
But Usos for having a good year. I mean, they've been good for so damn long. I mean, they've just been good for so damn long. That's why I didn't put. Excuse me. Why I didn't even say anything about tag team of the year, because it ain't going to be no one else except the Usos. But that's me.
Yeah, exactly.
Should have gave him a shout, but that's me. But all right, top 6
All
matches
right, top six.
of the year. We'll go from 6 up, of course. My number six. And this feels so bad that it's at number six, but I think we've had a good amount of matches this year that have done really good. Man, and it was their best match since WrestleMania 31, and I'm going to go Brock and Roman at SummerSlam for number six on my.
Damn.
And that if that's six, I think you will be surprised what my number one is. Actually,
Fair enough. Yeah, that is in consideration. I like it is in my list that I have here, and I have to choose six of these. Like, I mean, let me check the amount again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I have 10. I have 10 on here, so I have to choose six from this. And yeah, Roman Brock is one of them. But I don't know if I'm gonna pick it as my six. It might be my seventh or eighth. Like it's that close. But I'm going to go six. Um, Stone Cold vs Kevin Owens
mm,
from WrestleMania, especially considering it was Stone Cold's first match in fucking years and years. It was
yeah,
a damn good match. It was one of the best matches of WrestleMania, and yeah, it was amazing. So yeah, no, yeah, that's my number six.
I hate to say it, but that's not in my top six.
Fair enough.
It came close, but I just couldn't. My number five, and I feel like this should be damn higher. I really do because of the story of the match, how it told itself. But there's just so many damn good matches in front of it. I just can't. My number five is Edge and Balor at Extreme Rules.
Oh, I forgot about that. I don't actually have that down on here, but that's so good.
The
Oh,
story, the match, they started off the match slow and it built up, built up. It felt like a old Attitude Era match where it slowly builds up and then bam, you get the action back and forth. You get all this happening.
and then the
That
storytelling in the match, like yeah,
I
incredible match.
really, really wish it was higher, but I just can't. I just can't.
You know what? Screw it. I'm swapping out Stone Cold Kevin and I'm putting that match in at number six. I'm sorry, Stone Cold Kevin, but yeah, that match was great by Edge and Balor. I loved every second of it, and I love how I predicted how the match was gonna go. I literally called the finish down to the T with Rhea Ripley and Beth. I called it to the T. So yeah, I tapped myself on the back for creative genius. Um, so my number five is going to be my first Roman Reigns match of the list, and that's Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins at the Royal Rumble at the start of the year. You didn't think of that, did you? People forget about that match. People forget about it because it happened a long time ago, right at the start of the year. But what a match! Just everything down to the mind games with Seth, like during the entrance with the whole Shield thing that happened, and the actual match itself, quality. What a match! And the finish was a bit eh. Like people would say, the finish was a bit eh with Roman Reigns like making Seth pass out, but I didn't mind it. Me personally, I didn't mind the finish because it made Seth sort of look strong anyway. So yeah, but that match was great. So I'll go with that as my number five.
Well, I'm just going to keep my list, so it's not on my list. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's one that it really slipped my mind. It really did. My number four is from WrestleMania, and that is Becky versus Bianca.
It's in
And
my list.
and it's my only women's match. I hate to say it, but it is my only women's match on here. So,
Yeah, it's my only women's match as well.
but I want to give a huge shout to Bailey and Bianca for the last woman standing match. That was really close in
Yeah,
my.
that's close. Yeah, that was actually close to making the list.
If I had a top 10, it would be in my top 10 for sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, it's a
but
fantastic match.
Becky and Bianca, boy, I can remember watching that match. It was going back and forth. It was a they tore it down, and they had a hell of a
Oh
match.
yeah.
So
See,
good.
with that match, like I went into that match like thinking, is it going to be as good as Bianca Sasha was the previous year? That's what I was thinking going into this because because obviously this was the second consecutive time Bianca was in a women's title match at WrestleMania. So it's just like, is this going to be nearly as good as what Sasha and Bianca was? Because that's at the bar. That was an incredible match. I'd say Bianca Becky was just as good, maybe not even a little bit better
I think it was better.
in some areas. Yeah, I think it was better, me personally. So that is also my number 4, I think. Wait, is it, or is it my number 3? I'm just trying to order these now. Yeah, it's also my number 4. So exact same number 4.
My number 3 is Cody and Seth from Hell in a Cell. That's my number 3. That's my number.
Yep. Excellent match. It's also in my 6. It's in my top 3. It's not number 3 though.
Okay.
But yeah, incredible match. My number 3 is another Roman match. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre at Clash of the Castle. Just purely like I know I was in the like crowd for it and everything, and that sort of just bumped it up just a smidge for me. But like it was just like I've never been so on edge during a match in so long. Like just because I was so behind Drew. I was so behind Drew, it was ridiculous. So like when Drew like hit the claymore, I just remember losing my shit and going like, this is it," and then Solo like just crashing my hopes and dreams, and then the spear right afterwards, and I just remember like just depressingly counting the 3 counts, like 1, 2, 3, fuck. So yeah, just and the storytelling in that match was great. The atmosphere throughout that match was great. Yeah. So yeah, that's my number 3, me personally.
My number 2 is from Clash, and that is Gunther versus Sheamus. That's my.
That's not number 1. Wow, that's not number 1. I was expecting that to be number 1. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right then, that's very interesting. Very interesting.
You might roll your eyes with what my number 1 is, but for me personally,
I think I
it's
know what it is now.
my
I think I
number.
know what it is. I think I know what it is. But I'll let you say it when we get to it. But my number 2 is Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins, Hell in a Cell. Yeah, just how can that not be in anyone's top 3 at least? Like it's such an incredible match. Like I was debating whether to put that Mania match instead of the Hell in a Cell, but like no, just the Hell in a Cell one surpasses it. Like the WrestleMania one was a classic. Don't get me wrong, and I didn't think they were going to top that. Like I thought that was as good as they were going to get, but Hell in a Cell, just that added element of Cody's injury, just made it even better, and it didn't stop them from tearing the absolute house down, or tearing the cell down essentially. So yeah, Cody versus Seth, Hell in a Cell
I'm
is my
guessing
number 2.
Sheamus is your number 1.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay.
And I'm guessing your number 1, due to you saying you may roll your eyes at this, I think I know what your number 1 is. It's Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It.
I thought so.
I and like it's all about opinion wise, but I feel like this should be in everyone's at least top 5 because of how Logan performed in this. That Logan, how he performed in this is really why it's in my top 5 and my number 1. Just because, yeah, we knew Logan wasn't going to win. Oh man, Logan. Logan performed so damn good in this. Roman's going to do good no matter what, but just the back and forth, the near finishes, even though we knew he wasn't going to win, just the near finishes and everything, and that pitch perfect dive onto made for this easily. He's an athlete and everything, and I think yeah, that's my number one. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, that shouldn't be number one. Personally, for to the point I was really looking at these matches and I'm like, am I really gonna put him at number one with Roman in that?
To be
That
fair, Roman Logan is on here, like on my notes here in terms of the matches that I was considering in my top six. It's just it quite didn't make there. Like in terms of the most shocking matches like of the year that I really personally enjoyed, it's number one in terms of like the one I was surprisingly liked. I was going into this thinking I don't think this match is going to be that good. I was thinking it's going to be good because there's Roman involved and Logan has been impressive in previous matches, but I didn't expect it to be that good. So in terms of like the most shocking, impressive match of the year, it's that for me. But it just didn't quite make it to my top six. It's probably like it's from the 7 to 10 range for me in terms of my match of the year.
see,
Yeah,
see, this is why I knew when we did our top six matches, it was gonna be a different order and different stuff in it. Just because of how everyone likes, different matches, different types. It's like you're not going to have the same list. That's why I like certain excuse me. This is why I like certain like lists because when you have a certain list like this, everyone's list is going to be different with depending on what it is.
yeah. And yeah,
Um,
obviously, my number one is Gunter Sheamus. Like, yeah, I was in the crowd for this, so yeah. Like, honestly, it's probably the best match I've ever seen live. It's that, or funny enough, another Gunter match that I've seen live, and that's Gunter versus Tyler Bate from NXT UK Takeover Cardiff back a couple of years ago, back when he was known as Volter. But that match with Tyler Bate is on par with Sheamus. Like it's between those two for me in terms of which one is my favorite match that I've ever seen live. Like, and that actually speaks to how good Gunther actually really is. He's ridiculous. Like I don't know what it's about it. Like he doesn't do like flips or anything. Like because like obviously he's a big man. He's just a very old school, like old fashioned wrestler who just fucking like just the physicality of his matches is unreal, and you feel it in like the crowd. Everything he does, you pay attention to it, you feel it, and it just gets you further invested in the match. And he's a great storyteller. Like everything down to Gunter's selling, especially like for a big man, he can sell. And that was a great element of, especially this match with Tyler Bate, because like everyone going into the match didn't expect Tyler Bate to win the match. Everyone sort of expected that Gunter was going to retain the UK title at that pay per view. But during the match, the crowd was obviously behind Bay at the time, and as the match went on, because of Gunter's amazing storytelling and selling, everyone sort of started to believe that Tyler Bay was going to win more and more as it went on. So everyone was like fully behind Bay, and everyone was like, he may actually win this. Holy shit. And then Gunther ended up winning the end, but still, just, yeah. I could talk about Gunther's matches and the stuff he does well for hours. Like he's amazing. So
Gunther,
yeah,
like even though the way he wrestles is like an old style wrestling, I'm just going to beat your ass basically, you know, back and forth wrestling. Um, he would have fit in with literally almost any era of wrestling. That's the
yeah,
crazy thing. Like he fits in with any type of wrestling. Like just overall in general.
Yeah, like you
Uh,
could just as easily see him like wrestling in the Attitude Era and doing just as well, the Ruthless Aggression Era and still doing just as well, and obviously the era we are now in. He's thriving. So that's the thing with Gunter. Like he's so versatile. He could do literally anything, and that's what makes him so great. So yeah, that's so Sheamus vs Gunter is my number one. It was always going to be from the moment that match ended. I was just like, yeah, that's gonna be my match of the year. Nothing's gonna top that. So yeah, nothing else to really say about that. Incredible match.
yeah, just in general, man. They've had a lot of good shouts with matches and all that. Just overall this year, it it was hard to do a top six. When I heard Seth and Roman, I'm like, oh man, I've already got my I already got my mind set up. Um, yeah, there's a lot of good matches this year. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know, man. I think this upcoming year is going to be a very good year in general
So do I. So do I.
because I mean we get Roman and KO at Royal Rumble probably. That's going to be a good one. That's to start off the year, basically, in January. So I don't
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
and who knows what we're getting with match wise overall, but just to talk about it tonight, we got Cena coming back. We got Raquel. I don't care about that women's title match. Could care less. But got the women's championship online. I don't know what else they got going because I don't think they've said, but more LA Knight, Bray Wyatt, Uncle Howdy type of stuff. I could see them doing something else with Uncle Howdy tonight since it is the last show.
Yeah.
Um, but just in general, John Cena is about to help them with viewership by far. It's going to
Oh,
be,
definitely.
and they've done good with SmackDown with viewership. They've done great, but having John on the show tonight,
Everyone's gonna be watching
look,
just purely because of that.
I'm not going to say they will hit it, but I would not be surprised if they hit 3 million.
They very
And
well could.
that's a huge number. On the good shows they've had, it's been 2.3 at the best. You never know with Cena back. You never know. I don't know, but
Yeah, Cena could
really,
draw 700,000 more people in
really, I'm going to say they get 2.7. I think 2.7.
at least. Yeah, it's got to be close to 3 million. If they don't reach 3 million, it's gonna be close. So
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. Definitely.
I'm not a big numbers guy like that,
No, neither am I.
but
In fact, I hated that shit. Like whenever people bring up the numbers and the ratings on Twitter or like just anywhere, I cringe. I'm just like, who the
but
fuck cares?
but look, as a company, they're going to look at that because that's
Oh yeah.
that's just going to be, especially with their shows. But
But yeah, that's what I find funny when fans do it. Like when fans do it, I cringe because it's just like you're a fan. Like you're
you're,
not a part of the company. You're not a businessman.
you're
You
not a
shouldn't
reporter.
care.
You're not a reporter. Like I'm not mad at the reporters that do this as a job and everything that
Yeah,
they
of
do.
course.
I'm not mad at that because they're doing their job. But when you see these fans do it and be like, "Oh my God, they got this and that," AEW didn't get this or WWE didn't get that. I'm like,
It's just like who the fuck cares?
yeah, I'm
Like
like, oh,
just
like shut
watch,
up.
just watch and enjoy the company you enjoy, and shut up about everything else, please.
But like I said, I'm not a big numbers guy, but I will be very in. I really want to see what they get with Cena. I really do, and see how
Agreed.
much he do it. But I expect 2.7, but I would not be surprised if they hit 3 million. That would be huge for them for the
That would
end of
be.
the. But man, I cannot wait for Cena tonight. I am fucking excited just to see him back. And
Oh yeah, it's always a big occasion whenever he's back. That's the thing. Like with Cena, obviously, like when he was around regularly and consistently, kind of like how Roman was when he was babyface. Everyone despised Cena. Well, it was very mixed. Like let's go Cena. Cena sucks. Like he was very polarizing. But ever since, like, I would say when he did, it sort of started changing when he did the US Open Challenge. That's when it started changing. That's when the respect for Cena started gaining. And then, especially over the last, like, I would say since like 2016, 2017 was the big turning point. And ever since then, the respect for Cena has gone on dramatically. So at that point, whenever he appears, it's no longer let's go Cena, Cena sucks. It's everyone loves Cena whenever he appears. Everyone's focused on Cena. Everyone listens to what he's saying, is very intrigued on what he's going to do. Yeah, he's the man whenever he appears. Everyone just draws attention to him. That's what everyone does. And he makes everyone like if you need like Cena to do a story, like he's the man to do it because, like, yeah, like he just grabs your attention to whatever story he's telling, no matter what it
Hey,
is. He could be doing a random advert, and you just be like eyes glued to the screen.
that's why
It's just a power of Cena.
that's why he's going to lose to Logan Paul at WrestleMania. But
Oh, if that actually happens, fuck me.
I do see that. I know I say that as a joke, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it. But Cena, Cena, man, he, you know, a lot of people hate him and all that, but I think we have gotten to the stage. I mean, everyone's gotten to the stage now, but you can see it now full circle how much all of us appreciate his greatness
Oh
and
yeah.
all that. Now I'm losing my voice because I haven't drunk any water. So now I'm going to have to go get a water bottle after this and everything. This has been podcast episode 48. Yes, yeah, I almost
Yep.
forgot.
Oh,
We got
actually, I want to touch on something. I'm like seeing as we are back with football. Club football is back after the World Cup. I got some things to say about Liverpool. Alrighty then. So first off, we are back. We beat Aston Villa, which was good. And now tonight we are facing Leicester City, which we should win. We should. Like
yeah,
it's not even.
we should.
Yeah, we should. So this year, I clash you as Liverpool supporter as well. So I clash you as one. So yeah, we should beat Leicester City, considering we're way above the table than they are, even though we're not really having an amazing season. The start of the season especially was fucking dreadful. But yeah, we move. We're in sixth place at the moment. Leicester are at 17th, I think. They're like nearing the relegation zone, so they haven't really been having a good season. Um, so yeah, we should get the win. We should get the 3 points. Especially considering one of their best players this season, one of their only good players this season, James Madison, is currently out injured. So in that aspect, that's good for us. And we should get the win. We also signed Cody Gakpo. He will not be available just yet, though. Obviously, January transfer window is when he will be with the club. So you'll probably be available, if not for the Brentford game that is on the 2nd, it will be against Wolves in the Carabao Cup. So, not the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, sorry, because we got eliminated from the Carabao Cup by Man City. But yeah, FA Cup against Wolves is when he definitely will be back, probably for the Brentford game, but we'll see. But yeah, Cody Gakpo is a great signing for us. We signed him from PSV. Um, the fee hasn't been confirmed yet, but it's around 34 to 45 million around that sort of range, which is quite a big deal considering he's been very good over in the Dutch league for PSV. 20 goals, 20 assists, or like a 20 plus goals, 20 plus assists in all comps this season for PSV. So very good. Also in the World Cup, he did score 3 goals in the World Cup for the Netherlands. Very good World Cup for him. So yeah, I would say that's a very good bargain for us. He would be a very good option on our left wing, with Luis Diaz and Diogo Jota both currently injured at the moment. Especially with Luis Diaz, he came back from his injury and then got himself re-injured literally immediately, and now he's out until March supposedly. So yeah. We are lacking
Hey,
options on the left wing at the moment, so Cody
what's
Gakpo will
wrong
be our
with?
choice there. Hmm?
I said, what's wrong with Diago?
Oh, Diogo.
What?
He does have an injury. Yeah, he does currently have an injury. I don't really remember what the injury is. I think it's like some sort of knee injury, I think. But yeah, he's been out for a little bit of time now. But hopefully he'll be back. I think it's February he'll be back. Around February or the same time as Diaz in March. It's around that sort of area that he'll be back. So yeah, it's a good thing. Excuse me. I need a drink myself. Yeah, it's a good thing we're signing Gakpo because we were really lacking options on the left wing. We had to rely on Oxlade Chamberlain in our first game back from the World Cup, and Oxlade Chamberlain is not a left winger; he is a centre midfielder. So, but he did a job. To be fair, he did do a job, not a great job, but a job. But yeah, that definitely was going to be a long term option for us. So yeah, Cody Gakpo is a great signing. He'll fill out that left wing option while Diaz and Jota will be recovering. When Diaz and Jota are back, I will think Gakpo will be more of a option off the bench rather than starting immediately because I think Diaz and Jota are slightly better players. But one thing we've always struggled with in terms in our team is squad depth. In terms of like the quality of players we could bring off the bench and change the game when we need to. And Gakpo, I feel like will be a great option to bring off the bench if ever we need him in certain areas. So yeah, overall, I'm quite happy with Gakpo. I'm hoping we're going to get some other signings though in this January transfer window, especially midfielders. We need midfielders. Saicedo from Brighton, apparently we're linked with him, so hopefully we can get him in. He'll be a great defensive midfield option because Fabinho this season hasn't been that good. After the World Cup, he's been better. Like since we've been back, he's been better. But before that, he was really off. He's been one of our worst players this season so far. So hopefully, if we bring someone like Saicedo in, it will really push Fabinho to be back to his best. Um, but yeah, we just need more options in midfield. Obviously, we'll introduce Bellingham. That's the big transfer that we're really pushing for. But that's not going to be until the summer, um, at least. And even then, we're going to be in a race with Real Madrid and Man City for him. And when you're in a title race, not title race, transfer race against Real Madrid, it's going to be tough. But hopefully, we'll land Jude Bellingham. He'll be someone who will really fill our midfield for the next decade. And apart from that, I think that's about it. One other person we're linked with in terms of our midfield was Enzo Fernandez, but it's looking more than likely he's going to go to Chelsea. Unfortunately, because we do not have the money to go for him. It's either Bellingham or him, and we don't have the money to go for both because we're not filthy rich like Man City is. But yeah, so yeah, we prioritize Bellingham, which I think is the right option. If I had to choose one for us to go for, I'd choose Bellingham over Enzo Fernandez. But Enzo Fernandez is a great player. So yeah, we'll see how he goes. If he does actually go to Chelsea, which is more than likely. And yeah, apart from that, that's really about it in terms of like the updates on Liverpool. Up the fucking Reds! Let's get the win tonight.
um, I want to ask you, do you play seasons on FIFA?
I do occasionally, yes. It's not a mode that I play all the time. I'm more of a career mode slash ultimate team slash pro clubs guy. Um, Ultimate team I
Oh,
played a lot last FIFA.
pro clubs. Hmm.
Pro clubs, yeah. Pro clubs is a mode where you get to play with a friend on the
Oh,
same team.
oh yeah, I know what it is. I just haven't played. I just haven't played on this
Oh,
FIFA yet. Now only reason
maybe maybe we could play for games.
I was just asking about the seasons because I didn't know if you played it a lot. I was going to ask you what division you were in, but since you don't play it a lot,
Oh no,
I'm
I
not.
don't. I don't play that mode a lot. Occasionally I do, but not
Now,
regularly.
but yeah. So this is a great way to end the month with a podcast. Also, the month of January, I go crazy. and I get wore out in the month of January because I'm either streaming or I'm doing a video every day. So the month of consistency is going to be another month that's going to be a lot of stuff. The last 2 months been really good with views and everything in general. January will probably be the same because I am going to wear myself out with uploading and streaming. So yeah, that's that. I will say I don't know what I'm going to do for the first day, but the second day is going to be a FIFA video. This is where FIFA comes into play. Um, it's a match between me and a random, and to see if I can get to Division 5. So at the moment,
Nice, nice.
this is the last game I have to win to get into Division 5. So we'll see how that game plays out. Of course, I'm not going to say, "Oh, I win," "Oh, I lose." I'm not going to say
Yeah,
that.
of course, spoilers and all that.
Yeah.
If ever you want a rematch against me at any time, I'm down.
Well, yeah. Uh, we'll get that rematch. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't play with anybody else except Liverpool now.
Fair enough.
I don't. That's legit the only team I know. Like I know the people from like how I play and everything from everything. So that's a that's why the only team I even watch when I watch football when it's actually on here is Liverpool.
Good
I
man.
don't.
Good man.
But I don't get to watch a lot. But you know. But day two of consistency will be a FIFA. Trying to get to Division 5, which I am not going to lie to you. Division 6 has been tough, and this game was tough as well. Um, um, what was I going to say? I just blanked. I really just blanked. Oh my god. Um, tomorrow, tomorrow I always do a update of my life, YouTube, and all that for the year. That will be tomorrow as a video. Um, it's 27 minutes long too, so that's me just talking. Um, you'll see a different side of me on that video. You'll see a different side of me on that video. It's a side that you probably ain't going to hear from me often and all that. Uh, and I can't wait to have that video shown because you know you you know how I present myself. It's going to be way different in that video, and I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff with life this year. So some ups and then definitely some downs. So, yeah, but hoping 2023 is a better year overall in general. I think it will be because I'm in a right direction with almost everything I want to do. So now, but yeah, that'll be the tomorrow's video right before the new year. So I hope you guys enjoy that. That's a different side of me. That's a lot different than my normal podcast video streams and all that. But yeah, okay, we're gonna get off here. I'm gonna let him enjoy before his little time before the match with Liverpool and everything. Um, I got other stuff to do too, so I don't even know what I'm gonna do. But I haven't slept that much the last 2 days. Today is probably the most I've slept, and I slept 6 hours maybe. Yes, hey, low key. Yesterday I slept 2 hours. 2 hours yesterday.
God damn. Fair play. I would not be able to function on 2 hours sleep.
Yeah, I slept. I went to lay down, got up, and did some other stuff and everything, and I legit just stayed up instead of going back to bed like my dumbass should have did. I literally stayed, and I stayed up till 5. Okay, I woke up at 3 something or something. I don't know. Whenever we were going to originally do it yesterday, I woke up and I didn't go to bed till after I messaged you this morning. For
Jesus
morning,
Christ.
so I slept like 6 hours. So a lot of stuff. But I can't wait for the tomorrow's video because I always love doing the end of the year review of just talking about my life and all that, and just shows a different side. Can't wait for that. If you're new to the channel, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to subscribe. You need to subscribe to his channel. I'm gonna have I won't have the link in the description. I mean, he hasn't. He'll eventually do stuff.
Yeah.
A when you're working and all that, you have to find a good balance. I have found a good balance with certain stuff. Some days, like when I was supposed to do the Money in the Bank pay per view, I got out of bed. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did not feel like doing it.
That's completely fair enough. We all get those, especially when I did Universe Mode consistently. Like when I did have time to do it. Even then, like I had some of those days where I was just like, I do not feel like live streaming or recording today. I really don't. We all get those days.
You
And
know
some
what?
YouTubers they push through it. They push through it and they go like, "Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna do it anyway." But some like sometimes you just gotta like just take that mental break. And
Yeah,
yeah, all power to.
yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really take a lot of breaks and all that, but that day I had a few days. I was like, I was like, I'm not feeling it at all. Not feeling it at all. But yeah, I will tell you this: when I get done with the consistent month consistency in January, I'm taking like a few days off of not doing any. Well, I say that, but my ass will still be doing a stream in the morning. That's what I've done a lot. Like I get off, I'll stream like for an hour or two with certain games, and then bam. But
Yeah.
but also one of these days we gotta link up again and do Rocket League. I enjoyed that.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah, we'll definitely
I
do that for sure.
I really I really did enjoy that a lot. I've been playing it a little bit more recently because I was scrolling through Facebook, and this is way off topic, but I was scrolling through Facebook and everything on like the watch list, and I just be watching videos. I'll watch a lot of videos on there and just find certain people. I don't know why. And there's this person that plays Rocket League, and he is like, when I mean good, I mean like great. He's like He's like top 200 in the damn world, if that says something.
I can imagine. Yeah, it's like those types that literally like I do aerials like like going in the air and all that, but like some people like just be staying in the air and doing like fucking 360 like tricks in the air and doing shit
Yeah,
like that. And it's like
this guy will literally do this. He'll stay in the air, just go do 360s, barely dribbling it in the air, and then he'll do like a damn flick off the top wall and hit it down with the car again. And
yeah. See,
I'm
I
like,
like to think I'm good at Rocket League, but I would never be able to do that type of shit. That is
now
beyond me.
look, I am competitive as fuck. I am competitive. If you tell me we're going to do a challenge like last night, me and my wife was playing with our two, good friends with Fortnite. We did a competition where we split up. We were playing squads. We split up to see who would get the most kills, like we were doing like a damn tournament. I was so competitive with that. And you know what? No, okay, we won more matches. We're splitting up and then coming towards the end. We won more matches like that.
Fair enough.
I
But
don't know.
yeah, I can relate with you on that. I'm a very competitive person myself. In fact, like for example, when I was playing FIFA with you, for example, if you could have hear me like during the games, you'd see how competitive I could be. Like I could be very fucking competitive. Like that's just how I am as a person. Always have been, always will be. Like I hate to lose and I love to win. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh man.
we definitely need to play Rocket League again at some point, and also have that rematch on FIFA.
Oh, we will. But all right, I'm gonna let you go. Get ready for the game. Relax.
Yeah, I got to get to the pub in a few minutes because it kicks off in like half an hour.
Oh, it does. Oh, damn. Okay, but okay. Hope you guys have a great one. This is episode 48, and
Josh,
what?
Josh, I can confirm you love to win. Yeah, you know that very much, don't you, Josh?
Wait a minute. What did he say?
Go all in chat, like don't do just top ones. Do like all comments in the chat. You can see Josh's comments. He put, "Yeah, I
Wait,
can confirm you love to win."
why can I not see? Wait a minute. Why is it not? Oh,
Anyway, I'll send it to you on Twitter. I took a
oh,
screenshot of it. So,
my
but
thing is messed
yeah.
with the comments. But all right. Hope y'all guys have a great one. Liverpool better win. All right, peace out, y'all.
Peace.